Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is July 15th, 2023. Lance Brock here on this Saturday episode. And on this episode tonight, going to be previewing, I should say, tonight's Impact Wrestling Slammiversary pay-per-view, which is tonight. And it is available in the U.S. and Canada on traditional pay-per-view or Fight TV, and also available on DAZN internationally. Slammiversary will be live tonight in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, from the St. Clair College Sportsplex. First, we kick things off tonight with the countdown to Slammiversary, which will be available for free on Fight TV, Impact Plus, and YouTube. We have a 6-person tag team match with the Death Dolls teaming with Jody Threat to take on Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, and Jay Vidal. Also on the countdown to Slammiversary, the Impact Wrestling Digital Media Championship is on the line as Joe Hendry defends against Kenny King. And now on to the main card of tonight's Slammiversary. We have a match for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. The Coven defending against the newly formed team of Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. We have an Ultimate X match where the winner will become the number one contender for the Impact X Division Championship. This should be a good one. Speedball Mike Bailey, the Octopus Jonathan Gresham, Kushida, Kevin Knight, and Alan Angels. This one should be a very good one. I am not too sure about a prediction who to pick to win this one, but I'm sure all 5 guys are going to have a really good, entertaining match in this one, and I'm going to be surprised. I don't know if I'd say I think he's going to win or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a kind of a spotlight on Alan Angels if they focus on him a little bit since him leaving the design and going on his own. And we have Frankie Kazarian taking on Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards will of course have his wife Alicia Edwards in his corner, and Frankie Kazarian will have his wife, Tracy Brooks, in his corner tonight. The Impact World Tag Team Championships are on the line as ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay defends against the most professional wrestling gods, Moose and Brian Myers, Sami Callihan and Rich Swann, and Subculture in a 4-way match, which I'm sure this one will be very entertaining. Have 4 really good tag teams in this one. But to make a prediction in this one, I see ABC, Austin and Bay retaining in this one. I definitely am a big fan of this tag team. Both guys are great and they work very well together. They have been on a hot streak as of late, having very entertaining matches. So I see them having the Impact Tag titles a little longer. The Impact Wrestling X Division Championship is on the line. Chris Sabin defending against Leo Rush, which should be a very entertaining match between those two. But if I have to make a pick or a prediction in this one, I'd have to say Chris Sabin. He's also been on a roll as of late. Both of the Motor City Machine Guns have, and I see him retaining. And one of the biggest matches leading into this pay-per-view, we have Bully Ray teaming with Diener to take on Scott D'Amore, and was originally supposed to be PCO as his partner, but we have found out that PCO is now out of the match, and Scott D'Amore has teased that it could possibly be a member of the former Team Canada, so we will have to see. I talked about this the other night, that Petey Williams, working as an agent or a producer now in WWE. Eric Young has re-signed with WWE, went back, but is not being used. Robert Roode there, but out of action. Recently having the neck fusion surgery. And I don't think A1 and Johnny Devine are in the business right now. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see tonight at Slammiversary. Wouldn't be surprised at all if it is Petey Williams, his hometown in Windsor, and teaming with Scott D'Amore. And they could both hit Canadian destroyers at the same time if they could work that out. Also, for this tag match, Detroit Red Wings legend Darren McCarty, Special Enforcer. The Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship is on the line. Deonna Purrazzo taking on Trinity, which I think this could steal the show, actually. I think these two could have a very good match. Deonna Purrazzo, definitely impressive. Trinity as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a new Knockouts champion tonight. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we see a successful title defense from Deonna Purrazzo as well. So that one's kind of hard to make a pick or a prediction to. And in the main event of Slammiversary, the Impact Wrestling World Championship is on the line. Alex Shelley taking on Nick Aldis, which I'm sure this will be a great main event. As far as I know, that I've seen that Nick Aldis actually hasn't signed with Impact. More kind of on a handshake deal, I guess. So I can kind of see Alex Shelley retaining in this one, defeating Nick Aldis. But one thing is for sure, I'm sure those two will have a really good wrestling match. And that's the lineup for what we have on Impact's Slammiversary tonight. Of course, one of the shows on this big Pro Wrestling Saturday has already been taking place and in the books. The first show of the G1. I haven't checked out what happened just yet, but I plan to talk about that later on tonight on 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Also, we have AAA with Triple Mania, Kenny Omega taking on El Hijo del Vikingo again, and AEW Saturday Collision tonight, the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. We have for the women, Willow Nightingale taking on Ruby Soho, and on the men's side, CM Punk taking on Absolute Ricky Starks. On the women's side, I think this year, she lost last year in the finals, but I think this year it could be Ruby Soho's year. And for the men, that's a tough one, but I kind of think it might be Punk, but I would like to see Ricky Starks get the victory here and win the Owen, and it would be good for his career. Ricky Starks, great young talent. I don't think Punk would mind too much putting him over, or I hope that he wouldn't. And those are the shows for this big Saturday, and like I said, I hope to have a special live pay-per-view night episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight. But once again though, as of right now, I'm not sure what time it will be starting, because my plan is to watch Slammiversary live and use my Sling DVR to record Collision and Battle of the Belt 7, which is also taking place right after Collision tonight. Orange Cassidy defending against Lance Archer, the International Championship that is, and Taya Valkyrie are challenging Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. And we also have, I'm blanking for some reason now. Oh, is the TNT Championship on the line. Luchasaurus defending against, I don't know why, but I can't remember who Luchasaurus is defending the TNT Championship against, or for some reason I can't think of who it is right now, but all that is tonight. Like I said, hope to have a live episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic after all the pro wrestling, and just not sure what time they'll be starting. Like I said, I might try to have a post on either Instagram or Twitter, and just when I think I'm gonna get started. Like I said though, if you follow 360 Wrestling Podcast on Twitter at 360 Wrestling Pod, it's set up for where I go live. A tweet is automatically sent out. And that's it for this morning's episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Hope everyone enjoys all the pro wrestling we have today. And until tomorrow for the Sunday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans, have a great pro wrestling day.